Good morning, children. Welcome to class 12th biology. Children, today we are going to start new chapter number 5, that is principles of inheritance and variation. Children, in this chapter we will discuss about inheritance and variation. Inheritance, do you know what is inheritance? Inheritance, that is the transfer of character from one generation to the next generation, is called inheritance. Okay, which type of characters that are transferred from generation to generation? Example: skin color, height, and the color of hair. Okay, type of hair. These type of characters that are transferred from one generation to the next generation. Okay, and variation, what is variation? Variation, that is the differences in traits or character from each other and from their parents. Okay, so in this chapter, first of all, we'll take all the important terms that we'll use in the topics. Okay, if you know about important terms, so you can easily define, you can easily understand the topics of this chapter. Okay, so first of all, we'll take important terms. Okay, see first, the first term, that is genetics. Okay, genetics is the branch of biology. Genetics is the branch of biology which deals with inheritance and variation. Okay, so genetics, that is a branch of biology which deals with inheritance and variation of characters from parents to offspring. Okay, so do you know who is the father of genetics? Gregor John Mendel. Gregor John Mendel is the father of genetics, and the Mendel has performed approximately 10,000 experiments on garden pea. Okay, between 1856 to 1863. During 7 years, the Mendel performed approximately 10,000 experiments on garden pea. Okay, अच्छा, why the Mendel choose garden pea? Why not any other plant? Because the pea plant is self dominating, the cross pollination can easily occur there, and it is a large, it is annual cyclic plant. It produce more number of seeds, that is large number of seeds. Okay, it is easy to handle, raise and maintain. So these are some reason, that's why the Mendel choose garden pea. Okay, what is the chromosome number of garden pea? How many chromosomes are found? So 14. Okay, the right answer, that is 14. 14 chromosomes are found in garden pea. Okay, and what is the scientific name of garden pea? Scientific name, that is Pisum sativum. Okay, in exam may be asked the chromosome number and the scientific name of garden pea. Okay, so the scientific name, that is Pisum sativum, and the chromosome number is 14 in garden pea. Okay, clear? Next term, that is inheritance. As I told you, that is a process by which characters or traits, okay, characters or traits are same. So in inheritance, the characters are transferred from one generation to the next generation. This is inheritance. It is also known as the heredity. Okay, in class 10th you also discuss about heredity and evolution. Okay, so inheritance and heredity is the same term. Okay, clear? Next, variation. Variation, I told you, that is the differences in traits of individual. and from their parents. Means the offspring that are produced from their parent, they will not look like each other. They show the variation. Okay, and they will not look like as their parent. So parents are differ and the siblings also differ. This is called variation. Okay, and variation occur only in sexual reproduction. Variation does not occur in the asexual reproduction. Okay, I repeat once again, variation, that is the differences in traits of individual from each other and from their parents. Okay, that is variation. Okay, see here once again, is a degree by which progeny differ from each other and with their parents. Okay, so clear about this. Inheritance, that is transfer of character from one generation to the next generation, and variation, that is differences in the characters, okay, from the individual and from their parents. And the study of inheritance and variation do in genetics. Okay, genetics, that is the branch of biology that deals with inheritance and variation. Okay, father of genetics, that is Gregor John Mendel. Okay, next term, that is genotype. Okay, genotype and phenotype. Okay, two terms that are very important regarding your exam. All terms are important, but these two are very important, genotype and phenotype. The Mendel performed the two types of experiment, like monohybrid and dihybrid. Okay, monohybrid and dihybrid. After perform the experiment, the Mendel conclude the ratio. Okay, genotypic ratio or phenotypic ratio. Okay, so it is like a ratio. See the definition first, then we'll discuss. First, genotype. The genetic constitution of an organism is called genotype. Okay, and phenotype, that is the observable or external morphological features of an organism is called phenotype. So phenotype, that is physical appearance. Okay, but genotype, that is genetical constitution. Okay, in phenotype we will see the observable character. Okay, observable or morphological features that can easily visible to us, but in genotype we'll see the alleles. Okay, we'll see the alleles of the gene, then we can find the genotype. Okay, like example is there, a gene that contain the alleles, gene contain the alleles, one allele that is dominant, another that is recessive. Okay, so we can say that one gene have two alleles, one dominant and another that is recessive. So in genotype we'll see the genetic constitution, that is the alleles, the dominant and recessive. But in phenotype we'll see the observable character. Okay, whatever the features that are visible, then we see that. Okay, like plant is tall or dwarf, it is yellow or round. Okay, like that in phenotype. But in genotype we see the genetic constitution of an organism. Okay, clear. Next, that is alleles. Alleles, I told you, alleles, that is alternative form of a gene. Okay, alleles, that is alternative form of a gene. Now what is gene? Gene, that is gene control the characters. Okay, like blood groups, we have blood groups. Okay, blood group A, blood group B, so blood group O, blood group AB. So these characters, these blood group, that are controlled by gene, that is I. Okay, so we can say that the gene control the characters, and in one gene the two alleles are found, one dominant and two that is recessive. Okay, clear? Next, that is the two cross. I told about monohybrid and dihybrid. So monohybrid cross, that is the cross between two plants, the cross between two plants with respect to single contrasting character. Okay, the cross between two plants with respect to single contrasting character is called monohybrid. Okay, mono that is one, and hybrid that is a hybridization takes place there. Okay, so regarding one character, if the cross takes place, then it is known as the monohybrid. Okay, so in monohybrid the Mendel has choose the one character, that is height. Okay, and height that have the two alleles, that is tall and dwarf. Okay, tall that is denoted by the capital T, and the dwarf that is denoted by the small t. Okay, height may be tall, height may be dwarf. Okay, in height the one allele that is dominant, the another that is recessive. So basically Mendel observed that the tall one is dominant and the dwarf one is recessive. Okay, next, number 2, that is dihybrid cross. Di that is 2. Okay, so we can say that the cross between two plants with two contrasting character. Okay, if the cross will takes place with two contrasting character is called dihybrid. Okay, dihybrid that is regarding two contrasting characters. So here in dihybrid the Mendel has choose the two characters, one is round, okay, and another that is yellow. Okay, shape and color. Okay, shape and color, the two characters that have taken in the garden pea in dihybrid cross by Mendel. Okay, clear? So the round yellow seed that is dominant and the wrinkle green seed that is recessive. Okay, dominant character always denoted by the capital letters, and the recessive characters that are denoted by the small letters. That's why capital R, capital Y is for dominant, and small r, and small y for the recessive. Okay, clear about dominant and recessive? Dominant and recessive, that is alleles of a gene that control the character, that is shape, that is color. Okay, and uh, they have the two alleles, one is dominant, another is recessive. Okay, dominant here that is round yellow seeds, and recessive that is wrinkle green seeds. Okay, now next, that is dominant and recessive. Okay, I repeat once again, gene that control the characters. Okay, and each gene have the two alleles, okay, these alleles are the dominant factor and recessive factor. Okay, so dominant and recessive, that is the part of allele. Okay, see about dominant first. Dominant, that is the allele of a character which express its effect in the presence of its alternative allele. Means the dominant can show their effect in the presence of recessive factor. Okay, clear? I repeat once again, the allele of a character which express its effect in the presence of recessive factor. Okay, but the recessive factor does not show their effect in the presence of dominant factor. Okay, see the definition of now recessive. The allele of a character which fail to express its effect in the presence of its alternative allele, that is dominant. Okay, so in last we can say that the dominant factor which show their effect in the presence of recessive, but the recessive factor which does not show their effect in the presence of dominant. Okay, we'll see some example when we start the first topic. Okay, children, next term of the chapter, that is homozygous and heterozygous. These are also very important, homozygous and heterozygous. Okay, see here, homozygous first. Homozygous, it is a condition in which an organism has two similar alleles of a given gene. Okay, like if a gene that have the similar alleles, okay, like capital T or capital X, if they are similar, okay, so that is homozygous. But if they are one capital X and one small x, so that is heterozygous. Okay, so homozygous, that is when similar pair of allele are present in an organism, that is homozygous. Okay, example, capital T, okay, small t, so it should be same. Okay, either capital T or small t, or the example, that is capital X. Okay, so that is homozygous. But heterozygous, that is some differ there. In heterozygous, in which an organism have two different allele. Okay, in heterozygous, that is different allele are there, but in homozygous the same alleles are there. So heterozygous example, that is one capital T, another small t. Okay, one capital X, another capital small x or y, we can take the example. Okay, so when we observe the genotype of an organism, we see the homozygous or heterozygous condition. Okay, by this way we can easily obtain the genotypic ratio. Okay, clear? Now children, next, that is incomplete dominance. Okay, incomplete dominance, as the name suggests, it is incomplete. Okay, children, you know very well, in a gene the two alleles are there. So basically in F1 generation, in first generation, only the dominant factor show their effect. Okay, it is said by the Gregor John Mendel. Okay, clear? In first generation, only the dominant factor show their effect. Okay, but in incomplete dominance, it is a phenomena in which the F1 hybrid show characters intermediate of the parental gene, means both allele are failed to show their effect. Okay, dominant will not show their effect and recessive will not show their effect in the first filial generation, that is F1. Okay, clear about this? We will discuss in detail in the chapter, in the topics, upcoming videos about incomplete. So incomplete, I repeat once again, in incomplete dominance both alleles are fail to show their effect and the new character are formed. Okay, next, that is codominance. Codominance is the phenomena in which two alleles are able to express themselves independently when present together. So children, as I told you that in first generation only the dominant factor show their effect, that is suggested by the Gregor John Mendel, but after Mendel many scientists has came that they have proved that codominance, that is the both alleles, the recessive allele and the dominant allele, they can show their effect, means both are showing their effect, okay, in front of each other. In incomplete, both are fail, but in codominance both allele show their effect, okay. Clear? So children, these are some important terms of chapter number 5, principles of inheritance and variation. Okay? I hope you will learn properly. These terms will use in the topics. Okay? So learn very carefully.